Welcome back to You, Me, and the Girls podcast. We are your hosts, Haley and Kenz, and we are here for episode 3 of season 1 of You, Me, and the Girls pod.
Today's going to be a good one. I am excited to see what you came up with. We today are going to do things that would send a Victorian child into orbit.
Yep.
Basically things that exist in the 21st century in our world that a Victorian child cannot even fathom happening.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into that today. But before we do that, what updates do you have? I feel like it's been a while that we've recorded. What do you have going on?
Let's see. This is like kind of going into like my reading, watching, listening, but I have been taken by the Onyx storm lately. So for those of you who don't know, it's the third book in it's called the Empyrean series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so third book just got released and I'm halfway through. Have you started it at all?
I finished chapter 1.
Okay. So then I'm not going to say anything.
So I can't discuss with you yet. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. But that's like a big thing for me. I have definitely been in my reading era. I got a copy of the book and I have the audiobook. So I've been like at night just following along and listening to it on audiobook, and it's just so nice. I love it. It's like such a vibe. So that's what I've been up to. Really, like nothing else. Like I've really just been like in my reading era.
Yeah, no, I love that. I kind of feel the same way. I'm just like, holidays are over. We're back to the grind in my like schoolwork routine.
Yep.
I did get a couple tattoos today, so that was so exciting.
Yay.
Honestly, I needed that. But we can post some pics on the story for you guys to see because I'm so happy
They're so
and
pretty.
already like know what I want to get next, of course. But yeah, besides that, nothing else really. Just chill. It's been so cold in Denver. Like absolutely freezing. We had like an Arctic blast. I think a lot of the country did though.
Not the Arctic blast.
No, I'm like, what is with these names? Like, what was the one? Polar what
Vortex.
was that one in like
the bomb cyclone.
2020? Bomb cyclone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it has either it's like you're in like a fire or it's very cold. And it's just been very windy up here, but the last 2 days it's been pretty nice. Like I've just had the windows, well, regardless, we always have the windows open because my hot flashes.
Yeah.
But we've just had the windows like wide open. It was a rainy day today, so it was kind of just like a nice vibe, just like having all the windows open. It was like dark and moody, and yeah, I don't know. It's not
I
bad.
love that.
Yeah.
I need a rainy day.
Yeah.
I'm like so sad though, and I know that you're in DC area, so like it hits a little different probably, but like the helicopter plane crash, I can't like wrap my head around that.
I know.
I'm just so sad. Like it's just a sad feeling.
I'm just like not to like, obviously it's not about me, but I'm just like, how was I just like laying in bed and 15 minutes away from me, almost 70 people just died in an instant. And I'm just like
Yeah.
laying in bed, and then the next morning I find out about it. And like it's just very surreal because I'm like, I'm going into DC tomorrow for lunch with a few friends, and like I'm going to be passing the crash site, and like the Potomac River is just so like central to where I am. And so it's just like even more shocking because it's so close, but it's so sad because there were so many kids, and no matter what, like lives lost are just tragic anyways, but especially because there were a lot of young kids on there. And yeah, it's just, horrible. So our hearts go out to anyone affected, and we are just sending our love because it's a horrible tragedy.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about politics at all, but it's just like a rough time for us here in America.
Yeah.
Just a rough time going on. So that was just really sad to see. And I keep seeing things that say like there's no updates, there's like still no survivors at all.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. And yeah, the political state is also awful. Um, Nothing else to say about that. I literally I have a copy of The Handmaid's Tale on the table here because that's my next read. I've never read it. And I'm just like in shock at the state of like what our country has turned into in just a few days, relatively. I don't know how all these changes are allowed to happen. It just feels like there is so much hate in the air. And that's what's like
Yeah.
really just like weighing is that all of these decisions that are being made are just out of pure hatred of differences, pure hatred of anything other than straight white males. And it's insane and it's sad and it's horrible and people's lives are drastically changing by these decisions that are being made by a horrible man who's running our country. And it's just sad. And I'm scared for what's going to happen over the next 4 years because this is what the first few days has been. That's all I'll say, but it's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Enough said. I echo that. So, we don't want this to be a bummer though, because life is a bummer right now,
Yeah.
like in America. So, let's do reading, watching,
Okay.
listening. And I know you said you're like reading slash listening to Onyx Storm.
Yep.
What are you watching? And I guess if you're like reading or listening to anything else.
So I am watching. One thing about me is I love a limited series on Netflix. And
Yeah, you do.
like I love a limited series. So I just finished a limited series called Escape from Demora or something like that. And it was like a prison break limited series. It was pretty crazy. Um I literally was like, I don't want to sit here and choose what to watch. I'm just putting this on.
Yeah.
And then I binged
No,
it.
totally.
But I started a new limited series last night called Painkiller, and it's about the OxyContin epidemic and basically like the corruption of it getting approved through the FDA, and then like it's the people in it are actors, but at the beginning of each episode they have like a real person who lost a loved one from like an overdose, and they like read this like script and they're like the events in this show are like dramatized, but it's real and it happened to my daughter who died of an overdose, and like it's sad, it's really sad, and it's like just like really exposing big pharma and like the corruption with pharmaceutical companies. And so yeah, I'm watching that right now. Highly recommend. And then I'm listening to a playlist on Spotify called Taylor Swift in Female Rage.
Love that.
Yeah, I love it. It's really good.
Love that. Please send that to me.
I will.
I've been listening to this playlist I found. It's just like all Taylor Swift songs, like every single one of her songs. So I've just been listening to that for a couple days. And like, I have obviously like a ton of pretty, like most of her songs on just like my liked songs, like everything playlist. But I've been in a phase where I'm just like only listening to her
Yeah.
pretty much, or my audiobooks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but Taylor, I need you right now.
I have literally only been listening to Tortured Poets Department and that playlist. And
Yeah, not for me.
I'm going to send you one song though
Like,
from Tortured Poets Department that I need you to listen to. That is so just like
well, what
it's
song? What
Cassandra.
song? Because I've listened to all of them.
Cassandra.
Okay. I'll re-listen.
Re-listen, listen to the words, soak up the lyrics. It's really good, especially like for the state of the country and being a woman right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you reading, watching, and listening to?
I am listening to an audiobook, so like we said last time, this counts for reading. It's the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I'm on book 2.
Oh,
I love it. It's
okay.
good. I actually think you would like it a lot.
Okay, it's fiction?
And then yeah, it's fiction.
Fun. Okay.
But it's like a murder mystery.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. And then Onyx Storm, slowly. And then watching. I started Ugly Betty. Have you ever watched that?
No, but I've wanted to.
It's just like a cute kind of cringe early 2000s show.
Yeah.
Love America Ferrera. It's
That's like
cute.
where she got her start,
Um,
kind of, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
I
so.
like that.
And I'm watching Traders. I know you are too.
The thing is, though, I've only seen 2 episodes.
Oh no, I wait for Thursdays. Every single Thursday. I'm like, all right, tonight. Tonight I get to watch.
I need to catch up because I've seen some things on like social media and I don't want it to get spoiled because it is good, but I don't know. I just only watched 2 episodes, so I'm gonna catch up.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like the newest episode, it was really good. Um, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it.
What are you listening to?
Taylor Swift
Taylor Swift, yeah.
and my audiobook,
Okay. Nice.
pretty much it. Still, like, I'll throw in the Wicked soundtrack here and there. I was taking a like everything shower the other night and I was blasting Wicked and I walked out and Lo was like, "I heard you listening to Wicked. Did you see it?" And I was like, "I bought it. Like I've seen it so many times."
Yeah. No, it's so good. I the song that I'm like really obsessed with that I'll just like turn on and listen to like that song and then move on is No One Mourns the Wicked.
It's so good.
It's so good. Like,
Like the Ariana's end note, I'm just like, girl.
yeah. Speaking of,
Ah, I love it.
there is a museum in Arlington, so literally like 10 minutes away from me, that holds costumes from like movies, and Glinda's dress is there right now, the one that Ariana Grande wore. And I have to go see it. Like, I really want to go
You
see
have
it.
to go.
I know.
You have to go.
Yeah, I know that there's also like the Cinderella dress that Lily James wore, and I really loved
No
her.
way.
Yeah, so I'm like,
No
I need to go
way.
see that. I need to go see that museum. Shall we get into things that would send a Victorian child into orbit?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll share my first
Okay.
one. Eating Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
I'm like the bursts in your mouth, they would be shocked.
Yeah. Um, a 40-ounce Stanley.
They would be like, "What? You carry this
Honestly,
around?"
Bess, I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking about the fact that in our Denver era, we would carry around our Stanleys everywhere. And I'm kind of burnt out from it. And like, I have not used my big 40-ounce Stanley like probably since I moved here
Yeah,
in my
I
current apartment.
the best thing that I did for myself was getting the 32-ounce Stanley with the flip top lid so that I can just throw it in
Oh,
my
yeah.
bag and not have to worry about it. Because the thing is, like, with the 40-ounce Stanley, even if you're walking and you're holding it, water will spill out on the top. And then you're
Hmm.
like, there's water on my hand now. Like,
Remember when we would have to haul our groceries up across the street from the parking garage? And then we'd be like, oh, wait, our Stanleys. But we never wanted to go back for 2 trips, so we would just cram it in.
Yeah, I'm like thinking
Yeah.
about it and I'm like, why? But the thing is, like, we were so broke in this era, so I know why we didn't. But I'm like thinking about the fact that I bungee corded a laundry basket onto like the janky little like wheel cart, and that was the grocery cart. I'm like, we couldn't have
Yep.
just invested in a little wagon, like.
I don't know why we didn't.
I'm like that was so ghetto looking when we had to walk through the whole crowd of
So
people waiting
embarrassing.
to get into the theater for their show. Like,
I can't. I can't. And then we'd get so grumpy at each other, but we were just like, okay, we just need to get up there.
yeah,
And then the elevators were always broken.
always
Like,
broken.
I can't. That was a
I
mess.
know. Speaking of broken
That
elevators,
was a
I
mess.
think I'm a curse because our elevators are currently down in our building and they've been down for months.
Again?
Yeah. I literally um tried to report them to like the housing authority yesterday because
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is not right. Like they need to fix this. And
It's illegal.
yeah. So, anyways, that's besides the point.
How are people with wheelchairs or disabilities getting
That's the thing.
up to their apartment?
I'm like I have like a functional disability, so like walking up the stairs is hard. Having to walk up 4 flights of stairs anytime I have to go somewhere is hard, but like I can do it. I just get really overstimulated and grumpy and tired. But like what about the people who are in wheelchairs who can't? And that's why I'm like, no, I'm reporting this because this is not okay. Like, no, this
Yeah.
is not okay. But anyways,
Oh my God. Yeah.
yeah.
Must be you.
Yep, it's me. I need to go to an apartment that has like no elevator and it's just or like we need to live on the first floor or something. Like I
Yeah.
can't.
Or even like the second. Second is doable.
Yeah. Okay, also though, speaking of like when we lived downtown, I was thinking the other day about this, but the fact that we literally were in a real fire and we lived on the 30th floor and we open the like the fire alarm goes off, we open the door and there's just smoke completely filling the hallway, so we were like, oh my gosh, this is a real fire, but we couldn't use the elevator, so we literally had to remember how scared I was.
And remember my reaction was I couldn't stop laughing.
No, literally though, like we're literally running for our lives down the stairs and then we're just waiting outside forever and then somebody actually died. Like the fact that we were
Yeah.
literally in a
That,
fire and somebody passed away, like it's not funny, but like
no.
and then we just had to, remember when
It's like so shocking.
we were like filing back in and it's like all smoky and everyone was just kind of like um okay.
We were like, is this okay?
Yeah, like what's happening? And then we came back in and G was just
No,
sitting.
that was poor Gigi. That was insane. Because remember the fire alarm just started blaring and we oh didn't like an announcement come on too or
Yeah.
something? Like we thought there was like an active shooter or something.
Yeah,
And we were like, what the hell is
it
happening?
was like a scary automated voice that and it said something like
Yes.
there's an
It was like
emergency in the
evacuate on
building. You need to evacuate down the stairs. Like something like
yeah.
that.
We were like, oh my gosh. And we were watching our show and then we were like, oh my gosh, like we have to go.
Yeah.
We have to go. And running down the stairs, just circles and circles, 30 flights up. That was insane.
Yeah.
And then just waiting outside and then the corner office right there, that restaurant. Remember all the people just had like their wine glasses with them and we were like, okay, vibes, I guess.
Yeah, no, literally. And like it turned out it was just like a fire in the kitchen of that restaurant. But so
Yes.
like all the smoke
Yes.
had like traveled up. But like How did someone die?
Yeah, no, someone literally died. Because remember, we were like, okay, we're making the best of it, like la di da, whatever, we're goofing around. And then the coroner van pulls up, and we were like, uh.
Yeah, and like we were
And
like,
like, no one else was concerned.
yeah, and we were like, okay, like that maybe that doesn't mean that someone died. And then I like messaged my paramedic friend because I was like, she would know. And she was like, unfortunately, if the coroner is there, somebody died. And we were like, how is everyone so unbothered by this? Like,
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
I was actually like, I had to like talk to my therapist about that. Like, I was literally traumatized. Like, that was
It's
scary.
fair. It was scary.
It was a real emergency. That building was bad juju when I got stuck in the elevator. Like,
I was gonna say, do you remember when you got stuck in the elevator?
yes, I remember when I got stuck in the elevator, and then there was like 30 firefighters that came to rescue me, and I was like in my pajamas with my laundry basket with that stupid cart. With the stupid cart with the bungee cord on it, and it was like stuck in between a floor. And so they had to like lift me out, and then someone had to take one of the firefighters had to take my cart, and I was like, "Here you go." Like and they like took the cart and
That
like put
is
it
so
down.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I was like, "Thank you." Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you
The
very
last curse part was in our first unit in that building. When I came home from work one night, I was working 12s, and the bath water was black.
Yeah, there was a devil in the bath.
Like literally we couldn't shower or use the bath.
There, so,
It was just black.
something was inhabiting that bath. Like,
Yeah.
and then when the water broke for months, like
My
we were
gosh.
paying way too much to be living in a building with that many issues.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Gosh. Oh wow. Okay.
back to
Okay.
the
Your
regularly
turn.
scheduled events. Okay. Um a car wash would send a Victorian child into orbit.
Yes. Yes. That would be so cool. I would love to go through a car wash for the first time again.
They're like imagine the people like directing you on. They're like lining you up.
Trying to get your car and then in neutral, like on the
Yeah.
thing. And they keep just going, nope, over, over. And
Over.
you're like, okay.
Your car's like jolting. You're like, ah. Yeah.
The Cupid Shuffle.
New Cupid. Mm. Everyone's like, they're like, what?
I guess like any, well, you know what? They probably had line dances, right? They danced. They probably had line
They
dances.
probably did have line dances, actually.
But it was more like sophisticated, like Bridgerton, where they're like in sync, but like
Yeah.
partnered, you know?
Yeah. Not Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah.
That's
Not
funny.
Cupid Shuffle.
Splash Mountain at Disney World, Disneyland. Like the
Rip Splash Mountain. It's no longer Splash Mountain.
oh, what is it?
I think it's, I want to say it's like Tiana's Bayou Ride or something.
Oh,
That feels right, but I'm not positive.
I like that.
I don't know.
Like imagine them like coming down the big mountain, the big giant splash. Like honestly, any roller coaster.
Any roller coaster.
Like would the
Or
teacups,
like, do you know that the teacups? Do you know that skateboard ride at Elitch's?
the half
Like the
pipe?
skateboard half pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like spinning also in it like that.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah. Um, Lil Nas X.
Oh my gosh.
Just like him in general, like everything that he's done in his career with like the Satan shoes and like
Yeah.
giving Satan a lap dance and like
The Satan lap
I
dance. That
yeah, I don't wow.
that's hilarious. The chokehold that Lil Nas X used to have on me. And then when I found out he was
Truly.
gay, I was so sad and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's like a well-known fact." And I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
how? Like, okay. Um, seeing a woman in pants.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Probably like comfies too. Like
Yeah.
loungewear, like, oh, I can actually be comfortable
Yeah,
and
like,
not have like a corset and a million layers.
I know. I'm like, imagine literally just like, because even their pajamas were like, they were all done
I
up. I'm
know.
like, so you could just never relax as a woman?
I was not meant to live in that time. I was meant to be in this time
Same. Yeah.
with Amazon and cars and my skincare and everything that I enjoy in my life.
Yeah, same. Your iPad.
My iPad.
Yep.
The "We've been waiting for you all year" sorority video.
That would actually terrify them. That's funny.
It scares me.
We've been waiting for you all year. I've been in my like YouTube video era, and
Okay.
yeah, like I'm constantly watching YouTube videos. And I was watching this one of like breaking down like sororities and like basically like how toxic they are. And obviously like I think Greek life in general, even though my boyfriend is a founding father. Um and I'm always trying to get him to tell me stuff. And I don't think he was like as involved as like other people, but I'm trying to always get him to tell me about like, oh, what'd you guys do to like the recruits and stuff? And he's always just like, we were a no hazing sorority fraternity. I'm like, okay, but I'm trying to figure out like, what did you like? Were you guys in robes? Were there candles involved in the ceremony? Like, what kind of culty vibe are we talking about here? And he doesn't
Wait,
give me
why won't
anything.
he tell you?
Because you're not supposed to. You made a vow or something. I'm like, if that isn't a culty thing, it's giving Mormon temple.
No, literally.
Yeah.
Like, guys, it's not that
No,
serious.
literally, I'm like, I am your live in partner, future wife, and you can't, mother of your puppy, and you can't tell me? Like, anyways.
They took an oath.
They did take an oath, and they take that seriously. A bidet would send them into
Oh
orbit,
my gosh.
which
Yes.
you have a bidet, and I wanted to use it when I was there, but I didn't know how, and also I didn't know if that was weird.
No, no. I would have happily shown you. It's so nice. You guys need to get one.
I think I need,
Like
yeah,
now, when I don't have access to a bidet, I'm just like, ew. I feel
yeah.
gross.
I don't know. I was just scared, and I didn't know how to work it. But like next time I'm there, you have to show me.
No, for sure. Because mine also has a peri wash option, and it's so nice. Like, which I haven't had my period since I got my IUD, like after spotting. But like when I would be on my period, I would use the peri wash, and I would just feel so much better.
Yeah, no, honestly, I don't have to say anything else. I was just gonna go into like graphic detail, but I would love to try that. We're going to take a quick break to talk about our sponsor, BetterHelp. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and we can all benefit from having someone to talk to.
Whether you need to work through a specific trauma, talk through a big decision, navigate relationship issues, are struggling with anxiety or depression, or just need someone to talk to, BetterHelp is here for you.
It's a super easy process. You sign up and get matched with a therapist tailored to your needs. There's financial help available if you qualify, and their rates are affordable to ensure that you get the help you need.
BetterHelp has given our listeners 10% off your first month. Use code RTAFPOD for 10% off therapy services. And you can also click the link in our show notes to get there very easily. Again, that's code RTAFPOD for 10% off therapy services.
Okay.
No, I was just like, when you wipe, like, it just, I like don't want, okay,
It
when you use the bidet, is it just like wet down there still?
Yeah, you just use toilet paper.
So then you just like dry it with toilet paper. Okay. Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
needed to know.
That's what I thought at first too, because Khalil, he got a bidet and he was like, I swear by this. Like, I'm never going back.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, okay. And now he's fully converted me.
Yeah. I love that. Maybe we'll have to get one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A VR headset.
They could literally be transported anywhere. That would literally send them into
no, it's
orbit.
so true.
That's funny. I'm literally looking at Kendrick's VR over there. He honestly, like, his entire video game setup would send a Victorian child into orbit because he has like racing pedals, racing wheel, VR headset. I'm like, okay.
Whoa. All
Wow.
right.
But it is cool. Like, I used the racing wheel one time
Yeah.
and it was fun. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm at an arcade right now. So,
That's so fun.
yeah, it was fun. Okay. McDonald's Sprite, or I guess just like McDonald's soda in general because it's so crisp.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I want a Coke from McDonald's. Yes. But especially Sprite. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, like
this feels
this is spicy.
this yes.
Why
This
is
is
it
transporting me
spicy?
somewhere.
Yeah,
Why is it spicy? I miss that TikTok era.
I know. Okay, speaking of like, I don't know why this reminded me of it, but I have been seeing so many clips on my TikTok of people like pretending to be RFK Jr. and like his voice. And like, first of all,
Yeah.
he is like
Yeah.
actually scaring me with his policies, so that's why I think it's
Yeah.
fine to make fun of him. But like the one I saw earlier like was out of control, like literally so gravelly and so like the person was literally like, and if they don't have health insurance, then they can die. And I was like, oh, like,
But like it's so accurate.
no, it is. Like, I was dying laughing because I was like, this is exactly how he sounds. Like, yeah,
Gosh. People do not care.
no. But also,
I wish that I
if
yeah.
if you're gonna be a terrible person, then you get to be made fun of.
Yeah. The song Guess by Charlie XCX and Billy.
Guess, 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 guess.
Exactly. Like that song's a lot, but then like just the lyrics too.
You wanna try it, bite it, lick it, spin it. No, that song is
That was
overstimulating.
kind of good.
I love it, but it's overstimulating.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I love Charlie XCX though. Okay. Hoverboards.
Yeah.
Like, it would probably kind of
Yeah.
scare them.
Yeah. Cause like think about it, like they didn't even have cars.
Yeah.
Right? Like
No. No, all of a sudden,
yeah, no,
someone
that would be
just
insane. Also,
hovering.
someone just floating basically. You know those water things where you're like up above the water and you're like
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but like kind of along the same lines.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like riding on it and you can go really high.
Yes, yes. What is that called? I don't even know what that's called.
I don't know what that's called, but that
That
would
feels
be
like a
scary.
bit out of my tax bracket.
Yeah, no, literally. That would be scary. I would be so scared to try that because, like, what if you just
Same.
like run out of like what if it just stops and then you literally just hit the water and it's like hitting cement? No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, Is it motorized?
It's like powered from the, like, it's like sucking up water.
Oh, well then you would probably just like start sinking, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm not at that point in my life,
same.
so. A silent disco.
Oh my gosh, I still want to do a silent disco.
I do too. Next time, either I come out or you come out, we should find a silent disco.
Okay. I want to
Because
do
I feel
one.
like we talked about it a lot.
Yeah, we've talked about it for years, honestly. Why didn't we just join that one? Oh, because you had to pay for it.
I don't know. So
I
dumb.
know. But we'll pay for one. Like, I will pay for it
Okay,
because
we'll
I
go.
want to go.
We'll go.
Yeah. Okay. Um getting slimed at the Kids' Choice Awards. Like,
That's funny.
the way that they
That's funny. That's
aggressively
so
slime
accurate.
people, though, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, thank you.
My last one is a trampoline park.
They're like, why is everything bouncy? Yeah. That's hilarious. Okay, my last one is the metaverse. I don't even know, like I'm
Oh my God.
sent into orbit by the
Yeah.
metaverse.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
I'm like, what is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, everything's so connected with like Meta now. I can't even keep track of everything.
I know.
And like I don't care. Just let me have my phone time and scroll. Like that's all I care about.
I know. Literally, one of the ways that I like not silently, but one of the ways that I protest Meta is by, even though I'm a social media strategist and I know better, I will still just call it Facebook. Like, I understand Meta's the holding company of Facebook, blah, blah, blah. But like, I will call it, like, everything about it Facebook. I will call Meta Facebook. I'm like, I'm sorry. You don't deserve that respect for me to respect your rebrand. Especially now
Yeah.
that you're like trying to take over with Trump. No, thank you.
Yep.
No, thank you.
Billionaires Club.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
So,
But I call it Facebook because it's still Facebook.
yeah, but I'm calling the holding.
But you're saying like anything that's Meta associated, you just say Facebook?
I guess. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. But like, since Facebook is still Facebook, but Meta is the company that owns Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
So like, I'll just call Meta
Yeah.
Facebook. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your personal protest, good for you.
Yes.
Not following, but love that for you.
It's literally making no impact whatsoever, but I'm like, yes.
No, literally.
I'm like, I will
Mark
stick to it.
Zuckerberg's like, I don't even know who you
Yeah,
are.
he's
Like,
like, okay, I'm still a billionaire. Well,
oh gosh.
tell us in the comments what else would send a Victorian child into orbit, because we want to hear from you guys. And whether you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, you can comment on both of those platforms. If you're listening on Apple or anywhere else, unfortunately you can't comment, but you could leave us a review, and we'd love to hear from you that way too.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We are having so much fun with our rebrand and like getting back into recording and just having these like fun little moments with you guys. So keep listening. Follow us if you don't already on social media and on whatever platform you listen to. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with a brand new episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.